How's it? Welcome back to the channel. So I've been a bit slow with content lately. I got a house full of people right now. We're having like this family reunion and we got a bunch of families staying with us. So we got like 4 teenagers, a 12-year-old, a 1-year-old. Then we got 2 adults in there as well. And then pretty soon we'll have 2 more adults. So it's going to be like 10 people total plus the 5 that already live with me. And then, like trying to record videos where I typically like to in the office. It's just hard because I know there's going to be a bunch of people outside hearing me talk to myself and shit. It's going to sound weird and throw me off. I'm going to have to do like 7 million takes before I feel like I get the video right. But anyway, one video I thought would be quick and easy for me to make is a video series I've been thinking about making for a while. So this is going to kind of fall into the about Lucid Explorers videos, which I don't really like that name still. I might have to change it. But anyway, these are videos that are just going to be about stuff that I don't normally cover, right? So not lucid dreaming related, sleep, meditation, or anything like that. So for this one, I thought I would talk about parenting and, raising my 2 kids where I got a 9 and a 5-year-old, both boys. So the first, I don't know if you want to call it a tip, but something I just really find useful in parenting them is prioritizing play. And I play with them a lot. It's probably the one thing I do with them more than anything else, right? Kind of in another sense too, like spending a lot of time with them, where in some senses, kids kind of see love as time spent, right? So I do make sure to spend a lot of time with them, and a lot of that time is spent playing. Where I just see there's a lot of benefits that come out of that. Like, first of all, it has my relationship with them, which is really amazing. I can't even imagine it being any better, honestly. And I guess it's kind of easy when they're like 9 and 5, might get messed up and harder when they turn into teenagers. But even then, prioritizing play, I can't wait till my kids are teenagers. Then we can really compete and play at stuff. Which actually gets me to the first point though, about why I think play is so good for kids as they're growing up. Where my kids, they really play well with others, right? Like they're really good at, reading the other person's emotions and kind of even like spotting bullies or people who like to play a little bit meaner. So it's really, they're really good at, being able to tell when, someone's starting to get sad or feel bad or whatever, and not want to play anymore. Or like the older one, of course, he likes to win. I think all kids like to win. And so, for a long time, the older one would just kind of like pound the younger one into the ground with stuff like, say like playing video games, right? So of course the 9-year-old's way better than the 5-year-old at playing basically every single video game they have out there. And so he would, they both like to play, and then the older one would keep pounding the younger one into the ground, and the younger one would get mad and not want to play anymore. And then that shortened the time and the fun of their play. So teaching them how to, I know you like to win, but just know that you can win. Then go ahead, make the fight close, and say they're playing like some fighting game and the older one's gonna about to totally kill them, but letting it stay close, and then at the very end, letting the younger one ink out a victory helps to build the younger one's confidence, gets him to play longer. And then, as long as personally, right, he can't beat you yet, then what's really the difference is in if you really win or not. Plus, I was like, I've told him a couple times, it's kind of like pulled the curtain off on something. So I'm like, have you noticed that when I play you games, like I do that a lot, right? I do that a lot. So, that was kind of like a double-edged sword. I think he realized, oh, wait, you're letting me win. And then he wasn't too happy about that. But, really gets them to play longer. They play really well. They meet kids out in the park or wherever they're at. They're really good at just going up, introducing themselves and getting to play, and making sure also being like really inclusive, or the older one's really good at that, where like he can, like all the kids will end up coming to him. They'll come up with games and stuff like that. And he plays fair games too, which I kind of like. He's not just kind of playing a game and, overloading his side of it so he can just smoke everybody in it. But yeah, so that's the first tip. Prioritize play and spend a lot of time with them. And, it's worked great for me so far.